Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I have a exciting game to you between myself, the Terran player here, and a Zerg player. And I am so extremely proud of this game because this is the best Zerg player I have ever defeated. And I have a hard time defeating Zerg now that I've been promoted to Platinum League. I used to beat Zerg all the time back in gold and lesser leagues, but man, those platinum Zergies, they just get really tough to beat. And one thing that I would recommend doing is actually that I did not do in this game, I would build a bunker here, and I would also leave 2 SCVs on auto repair. And to get a SCV on auto repair, you have to right click it on the repair button. Then it will automatically repair anything that's injured, and that can be actually annoying. If your SCVs all get damaged, they'll all start repairing each other. But it's very helpful if you just have a couple. Doesn't work very well, unfortunately, at a planetary fortress because your SCVs will get damaged and they'll repair each other before they'll repair the planetary fortress. So anyway, but it is helpful at the front of your base against Zerg, because if the Zerglings attack or roaches attack, then you'll have them there to defend. And I'm just poking in here. I have no idea what he's got. 2 Marines can kill 2 Zerglings, especially if you micro them right. You know, if one of them's getting beat up, you pull it back. You don't want to get surrounded though, but 4 is too much, so I just pull back. I saw the 4 Zerglings, so I pull back. And so this is the build that all the Terran players were doing at MLG Championship at Anaheim just a week ago. And so I stole it because it was working, and actually the Terran players won every single time. They played using this build against the Zerg player, and they typically won pretty quickly. And I'm sorry to say I did not get this off as quickly as they did. I'm still working on it, but basically what you do is you build a barrack, stick a reactor on it after you have a couple Marines, then you swap it with your factory and build some of these Hellions, and you don't want them to die. It's important not to lose your units as a Terran player because they are more valuable. If you micro correctly, you can do amazing things with 2 Hellions. And you'll see all these Zerglings. And because I was actually able, for once in my life, to micro well, I killed 275 mineral worth of Zerglings. So that's just amazing. And the reason why you want to get these 2 Hellions out is to force the Zerg to do something that he doesn't want to do. You got to keep him a little occupied, a little worried. And I do sacrifice them here. That was horrible micro. I didn't have to lose them. If I were more careful, I probably wouldn't have lost them that easily. Now he has Zergling speed, so unfortunately the Zerglings are now way overpowered fast. They are 2.95. On creep they are, actually, I'm sorry, 4.7. That's just so ridiculous. Even Hellions are not that fast, I don't think. So anyway, you swap the factory back to the tech lab. You're doing this to save time. If you can do it perfectly, you will save time by swapping around like this. And now I'm getting the blue flame. And the idea is to get medvac out and to do a little drop with 2 or 3 blue flame Hellions, just wipe out all his drones and win the game. And the pros had all 3 at 7.5 minutes. And look at this, some Banelanes are being made. He's going to do a Banelane bust, but the pros had all this and were dropping at 8:20 on a regular sized map. I think it was Metopolis. And one thing you can do is when you drop, I don't do it in this game, you can actually drop on the lower ledge and use the medvac to look over the cliff. You can roast things that, like a bunch of Zerglings, you can just play hopscotch. And I know I'm on normal speed here, but this is a good part of the game. So look at all these Banelines. I only have I do have the bigger army, but they're all Marines, and I scattered them around just because I was worried something like this might happen. A bunch of banelings may come in here. Again, if I had a, actually a barracks here, I mean not a barracks, a bunker here, perhaps I would have killed a few of these off before they explode themselves to death. And they would have to explode themselves to death on the barracks, but anyway, I was just about to do my drop, and I saw that happen. And honestly, I thought maybe it was game over, and maybe I had lost. But I did have 2 blue flame hellions, and actually this is not that many zerglings, so I just dropped them in my own base. I attacked with my SCVs. That probably wasn't the best decision. I probably should have just run them around in circles, and I could have kept them alive. But that did kill them off fairly quickly, at least. So, meanwhile, I lost all 3 buildings up here. So I decided to fly 2 of them down onto the lower ground. And look at that, he only, well, that's quite a few lings, but I think he wanted to kill off my SCVs was his plan. That's what I think he was doing, at least. So you can see I've got nice little defensive bridge here. It's hard to get these in the right position, but fortunately I did. This guy's gonna waste his units by, wasting them all. He still has a couple of banelings. I pick up my marines, because I don't want the banelings to get them. And he wasted them totally on that. He probably could have killed all my SCVs. Anyway, I dropped them off again. I still have the blue flame hellions. Actually, these might be 2 different blue. Now he's going for an expo. So he's making 20 more zerglings, and honestly, it seems like the momentum is on his side. The one thing I have going for me is these are blue flame hellions, and since he's going lings, as long as I micro right, obviously the hellion is the right unit you want to have. And ideally you want to swap this back onto the, or build another one with a reactor. And then you will be pumping out those hellions. So I was like, okay, I keep getting attacked by these lings, so I'm going to make a PF. I think it's always a good idea to go PF on your 3rd for sure, sometimes your 2nd. So now I've got, let's look at the units tab. He only has 13 lings. I've got 8 blue flame hellions. So now, guess who's got the advantage? That's right, your favorite Terran player. Now I almost decided to leave a couple in the base. In fact, I click on patrol. I'm like, I'm gonna patrol my base. But you know what? You're always gonna want to keep your army together in StarCraft 2. One lesson I still fail to remember is you pretty much want your entire army together in StarCraft 2. It's just my personal opinion. It seems like things go better that way. Here's an example. Had I had my whole army together, these lings would have died like instantly, and they still do pretty much die instantly. But what you want to do if you can, if you're Terran, get right behind a choke in the mineral line. If you get right behind the choke in the mineral line, the lings all funnel in there, and they all get roasted. Badly roasted. And look at all these queens he's made. This is a very good Zerg player. He was Diamond League last season at least, and so army size. Fortunately, I still have a lot of Marines, and really what wins the game for me, honestly, is this tank. Because the queens don't stand a chance against it. A couple of riches also do not fare well against tanks. And I have enough medbacks and marines to where they're not going to die very easily. So, obviously, the lings go down. I don't know why he was pushing out with that small force. That did seem a little silly to me. I think maybe he was panicking a little bit. Because I think he had a lot of his workers killed. He still has twice what I have. I'm really bad at making workers continuously. I was able to focus fire one of the Baneling cocoons I should have pulled back all my Marines because I saw there were 2 more. I should have pulled them back and let these guys take the Banelane punishment or leave 1 Marine at a time to die. It's just so hard to micro. I think I need a better computer, honestly. I like to blame my lack of microing on my computer sometimes. As you can see, now army size is twice as large, and he leaves the game. So I hope you enjoyed it. This was a lot of fun game for me to play. A very fun game for me to play, and hopefully it'll be more like it. So Blue Flame Hellions, get the job done. See you guys next time.